Hello, my name is Sean Sands. Welcome back to X4. We are in our merchant start here. I've played a little bit for. Back up, back up. Don't hit me, rock. I went ahead and played for a little bit on this to kind of make some progress. So there was something more interesting next time we got together here, rather than just sort of sitting watching me tool around the universe and try and figure out where to go and how to set up trading and stuff like that. And we'll work on that. We'll still look at that stuff. But I made a little bit of progress. This is maybe an hour and a half since the last episode picked up. I went ahead and started the kind of core mission. So I got a bunch of money that that initial mission gives you to go buy a new ship you're supposed to blow up, and at some point we will blow it up. But mostly I just wanted the money. A couple things going on. We can see here by the map that there's a lot more information. I did the kind of full circuit around the belt line here to kind of get into all these various systems, Lottie space down into Argon space, kind of up and around, um, and the Paranids, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And this grand exchange here is where that core mission, that first mission, starts off. I did go ahead and buy a mining ship, which we can kind of see here. We'll take a look at that. Actually, let's go ahead and take a look at him. Make sure he's doing his work right. So we got a mining ship out here doing his thing, going somewhere presumably. He's got nothing in storage, so I assume he's heading back to. Yep, he's heading to some rocks. He's been mining silicon out here in Argon space. I think he's in Argon Prime actually. There's a nice strip of silicon and ore and various other things in Argon Prime directly, yeah, right in this sort of safe space here. So he's out here doing his mining, keeping up, and then usually coming down here to this silicon refinery and selling stuff. We went ahead and got our trader up and running as well, who is also now primarily working in the Argon systems, which again tend to be safer, if not safe. Certainly they are more likely to have patrols around to kind of cover things. He's carrying a bunch of refined metals to, where are you going? You're going to this whole part factory, which is, where'd you go? Trader. And you have, yeah, pretty nice haul here. So we've got him up and running, which is also good. He's just kind of swerving. Looks like he might have had a little extra strong coffee this morning. Maybe put something in it from a flask, something like that. Please don't do that, sir. You were driving a very expensive and precious ship to me. Our station has, relatively of its own volition, I guess, actually begun to do production. It spent a bunch of money and is slowly making back some of that money as it sells these flowers. It's got a relatively full supply of energy cells and water, um, which brings up the question. So it's selling sunrise flowers for 147. And there are places that buy them for less than that, so probably not a very strong, yeah, a very strong selling point yet. But what are our costs? We're not buying energy cells. So we're selling at 147. We're probably buying at 16 and 52, 16 and 52. So what's the production look like? Logical overview. So it's buying at 18 and 54. How many do you need? How many of each of these do you need to make a sunrise flower? So it's 3 to 1, energy, water versus energy. produces 4. So you need 3 water and 1 energy to produce 1 sunrise flower, I think is how that's working. So that's 150 in water, right? 150 in water. So we're talking, you have to spend 170 to sell at 150. We're really good at business. We're a super strong business. This is sustainable, and I'm on board. I need to I need to get to a place where I'm producing my own energy cells if I want to keep doing that. But I'm fine, kind of doing that for now. Whatever, it's fine. Station kind of give the station a bunch of its own money. It'll run out of it eventually. You gotta plan. How are you landing this thing? Please do not get clipped into the geometry of that. Where are you going? Oh my god. What are you doing? Yeah, I can't watch. It'll be fine. It's all going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. There we go. Where did my... Oh, yeah, I was right next to and it was important. Where did my asteroid go that I was right next to? Because it had a crystal on it. I wanted to talk about crystals. Maybe this one? That doesn't look like it. It looks smaller than that. Oh, I had such plans. Such plans. Wasn't this one? Kind of swing around a bit. Back up. Well, if you go back and was wondering at the beginning of the video what that interesting little glint was. Okay, he landed. Whew. He had 118,000 credits worth of stuff on there. I'm glad he didn't lose it in the geometry of a station. Maybe this was it. Was this it? No, that's just some silicon, isn't it? Yeah, so you can see here, I think. Can you just shoot that one? No. No, that's just my scanner working. Well, at the beginning of the video, we were floating nice and close to a asteroid that had some... It wasn't the super expensive kind, so I'm not as worried about it. That had some crystals attached to it, which you can shoot off. You don't even have to mine it. Just shoot it off and sell it for a decent price. I'm looking to see if I see any more. Did I see something? Yeah, what's that? See these little glints here on glint, how they sort of flashed for a second? Right there. I thought there was one on this little rock here too. Yeah, there's a crystal. We're going to come over to that one next. So, right here, we'll shoot those off. I think we'll shoot them off. Spinning kind of rapidly. We picked up one there. I'm going to lose track of that other one, I bet you.
Please halt. We'll be scanning your inventory.
There we go. And we'll bring those in, and we will pull up our inventory menu.
All clear. Move along.
And we got some Kion crystals. One Kion crystal. No, methylene crystals is what we picked up. They're 10,000 a pop. That's pretty nice. Where did that other rock go? Oh, I get so disoriented. I get so turned around. This is not what we're going to be doing for the whole episode. Fear not. I feel like it was one of those. But it was more toward the inside. I lost it, didn't I? You're probably looking at it right now going, no, it's right there. It's right there. You're probably right. But I'm not going to sit here and do this. This is something I'll probably do off camera a bit. Because you can earn some real money real fast doing this. If you happen to find the right one, there are crystals that are like worth 100,000 a pop right at a time. So if you find a batch of those, and you usually get, I don't know if you usually get or always get, but you usually get about 12 of them when you do that mining. Just shooting them off like I did there. So, that can be $1.2 million just super fast. It wasn't on this rock, was it? It does not seem to be. The thing I did want to do is kind of combination of things. I wanted to... Wait, there. Yep, it was this rock. Okay, well, those are the blue ones, so those are the ones that are 10,000, I think. Not super a bunch, but certainly worth. There we go. That's all of them. Cool. So we picked up about 200 grand right there. You've just been, half hour just kind of mining these rocks and searching around for those crystals, and it can be worth your while. What is this thing? What is that? Let's go look at that for a second. Welcome to X4, where you're like, I have a plan. And an hour later, you have done none of that plan. But this is, what is this? Let's turn on short range. See if this has anything useful on it. Huh. Does the map register it as anything? No. Just space debris, maybe?
Please halt. We will be scanning your inventory.
And it doesn't seem like there's any kind of... Oh, wow. Look at this thing. Should I recognize this ship? Looks like it's not a capital ship. It's more like a medium-sized ship, but it's just called a wreck. All right. Well, I think that is an accurate descriptor.
You've detected contraband.
Fine.
You've detected contraband.
Yeah, I'll drop it.
Drop
it's
the
fine.
cargo.
I don't want contraband. Drop that. Drop that. There you go.
Thank you, pilot. That makes our job easier.
Yeah, it makes my life easier if I don't tick off the Argonese, which I do have a reputation with now. Go ahead and take a quick look at that over here in our factions. You can see Argon. I'm now plus 11. I've got a couple of licenses with them. The Kahak don't like me at all. I would like to get some up with the Talanis as well. We're plus 8 with them. Okay, and that's good. And where am I? I'm in Argon Prime. Okay, this is Argon Prime. I'm right over here by my miner. Sweet. The thing I wanted to do was drop some satellites here. Probably one here and one here. And then, so the idea was we're going to drop some satellites. We're going to kind of tool around Argon space a little bit, and we'll pick up missions as they are available. So I think I want to go here-ish. Since we're doing trading in Argon space, it's going to be useful to have some satellites set up so we're constantly getting a good indication of the trade options and the costs of goods and what we can sell them for. I just have the Argon trader here just on a flat auto trade behavior. I have some that I've specialized eventually, but for the most part, so it's going to the silicon refinery. Why? It is going to buy a bunch of silicon wafers, and then it's going to go sell them at a microchip factory. Okay, that seems reasonable. It has basically everything as its option. So whatever its best trade is. This is on the new patch of today, December 5th, which I think is 1.2.1 or something like that. It has 186,000 its hold, or is that also the miner? But the miner is full at this point, hopefully. And yeah, it's taking its cargo to, well, it's just holding it for now. presumably in the near future, it will decide to take that to a silicon factory. Where is that silicon factory? Do we have... Yeah, we have ongoing data about what's there, right? Yeah. So it's selling. The factory is buying at 150. And it has a high... did I turn on my... I did... Autopilot. Yes, I did not turn on my travel mode. So yeah, so that's kind of... You know, this is that mid-early game place where it's a lot of setting up a position that you can operate from. I was down to, I think, at one point... Whoop, whoop, whoop. I saw that. Saw that one. Yeah, right there. Purple ones. I think the purple are the worst ones, but we'll still pick them up. I have unstable crystals. I don't want any of those. Back up a little bit so we don't get hit again by that. Oh, careful. We sold 1,000 of something. I guess that's good. Okay. What did we pick up? Because I don't want illegal goods right now. I'm just not messing with them. Get rid of any unstable crystals. Drop. So we picked up some, bandonite crystals, and they're only worth 1,000 each. 14 of them. So it's somewhere it looks like between 10 and 14 that you pick up at a time. We have a bunch of stuff we can sell. So we'll probably go ahead and land once we head over here. Turn our autopilot back on. I forget what I was saying. Something about just auto trading. I remember that. Oh yeah, early to mid game really is just kind of getting yourself in a good position, unlocking, your travel lanes, getting some initial trading and some initial mining going, doing some missions as they become available, kind of trying to build a foundation from which you can actually do something, which is really the phase we're at. Like I said, I was down to something like 8,000 credits, and when initially after I purchased my miner, it just that took a lot of the money, and I wanted to kit it out as best I could so that it was an effective miner, so it was in the best position possible to do stuff like this, try to pick up 15,000 credits every few minutes. So that's what I've been up to, and kind of the position that we're going to be in for a little while, until we really get a solid position of strength for money. If we start getting into that 5-6 million range, then we can start thinking about more interesting things, which is like building our own factory. But I do want to drop a satellite here. And what sort of range does that give us? Well, let's go to the trading factory, which is over here. Right, yeah, I'm going to go to this because I'm going to drop a satellite over here too anyway. So I'm going to start guidance to that object, hit autopilot, shift 1. Once it's sort of in position, you're going to figure this thing out? Autopilot? Autopilot needs work. The more I play this game, the more I am seeing the things that do need some work on it, which I'm confident they're going to get to. The biggest one is, the two biggest one are, I guess, is all sort of one idea, is really improving the AI of ship management for all the things that you want to automate, whether that is autopilot, whether that is auto trading, whether it is mining, whether it is follow commands, and getting ships to kind of stick together in an intelligent way. Those are not ready for prime time at this point. It takes a pretty decent degree of micromanagement. Your auto trading and auto mining can work fairly well, but they're highly inefficient. I don't know how much of that. Well, the big question that I continue to have is what degree captain skill effectiveness, those stars, how much that plays a part in how well the AI works. But I've seen like mining ships just stop. Just like, I don't know what to do. I have a full. What do I do when I have an entire cargo full of silicon? And I want to go. You sell it. Obviously, is what you do next. And you're like, I don't get it. That's frustrating, obviously. But you know, it's a progress. It's a. You know, I'm willing to be patient with the game because there's so much potential to be unlocked here. And I'm having a great time. I can't complain that much. Let's go ahead and dock here. But wait, I wanted to... What is the range of those satellites look like? So I dropped this one over here. Is it picking up all three? It's picking up two. It's not picking up that one. So we're talking about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a radius of about 5 hexes in every direction. So this would be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's hard to say. Kind of depends. So 5 or 6 hexes. So if I dropped one, I could probably pick up both of these if I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. If I dropped it somewhere right around here, actually, I might be able to pick up all three. Maybe not. If I'm going to err, I'm going to err on the side of the trading post. We're going to autopilot that, and then we're going to see. It looks like there's a couple of missions here, too. Nope, there aren't. It sure looked like there were, but there aren't. It sure looks like a mission. Okay, yeah, now there is. Destroy some mines is good. Nope. Yes. We'll just fly to here first. Please. Oh, is this where the mines are? Oh, they're right by here. We're gonna do a quick save. Oh, it's 138 kilometers, so it's down a ways. I'm gonna do the quick save anyway. So I wanted to put this over by this missile component factory. It's a defense platform anyway. I don't actually care because it's not selling or buying stuff. So this is really where I want to have my satellite anyway. We'll just drop a satellite. And then we will go do this mission. So as we've been clipping along here, what are we up to? 437,000 credits. I forget what we started the stream. Oh, that's this down here. And 200 credits coming up because presumably our trader has a cargo full. It does not. Is it processing a trade? Thing's got it full of silicon, but I wouldn't think it would be 200,000 credits worth. I'll take it. Don't get me wrong. Maybe that's just what is planned. Maybe the trades that the trader is planning out will accumulate another 200 grand. Whoa, please. I want to blame the game. I do. Let's see. No, it wasn't Hatikva's choice, was it? We were in... Were we? Is that where we were? Is that where the trading station is? We're going to try that again. Boy. I think that's... Honestly, I think that's the first time I have crashed directly into... Now, here's the funny thing. A recent patch had it so that you don't get ship damage if the autopilot is on until they fix the autopilot AI. So the hugest mistake, the biggest mistake I made there actually was turning the autopilot off. Anyway. You didn't see that. That didn't happen. That wasn't me. You hallucinated that. That's crazy. Watch me do it again. That would be embarrassing, awful, just terrible decision. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down here, and we're not going to die. We're going to shoot mines instead. I was going super fast. I plowed through it. They're sitting in there looking out the window like, here comes our guy. Oh, hooray, we're going to get out of this minefield. He's coming in kind of hot. Oh my. and then they're dead. God, I'm going to stop so much sooner this time. Let's stop about, here's good. We'll boost in. Okay, so we got some mines. And yep. You get about 2 or 3 kilometers, and we'll start taking them out. Looks like this one's closest. No, this one's closest. Who knows? What I do know is we do not want to attract them. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. That's one down. Good stuff. These two are close together, so they might blow up together. Nope. There we go. All right. And he's free to go. That last blast caught him a little bit on the shields, but he seems fine. Okay. That is how that was supposed to go the whole time. Let's go ahead and head up to that trading station now. Nope. Yeah. Here, you take over.
Hello.
Vanguard will land on station. Pardon me. For some reason, my allergies are acting up today. Gonna do a quick save because we made some money, and I'm at that point where I always do a quick save now when I put this guy in charge, because it's only happened the one time, but that time I got stuck in the geometry really with me. This chair looks like a robot with a very long nose. Little eyes. Hey, I'm chair robot. Yeah, so while Zuzu's pedals flying to the trader station, this is kind of the early mid-game situation of just figure out how... Where are we going? Dude, where are we going? Okay, we are going in the right way, right? You don't have to go to the highway and then get off the highway. Zuzu. Hilarious. Our Argon miner dropped off his silicon, which is always nice. Buddy. What the heck? Get out. No, you... Like I say. Yeah, I leaves a little... Were you going to... Oh, you were going to the mission. You had this... I have this mission active, don't I? That's active. Where were you going? Fly to Hatikva's Choice. 3. Oh, that's where the trader is. I was looking at the wrong trader? I'm done. Resources needed is always nice. Let's see. Deliver cells, food rations, medical supplies, and ore. want to do that. That's a lot of stuff to organize, and I'm more interested in what my trader's doing right now. Okay, let's... There you go.
Entering system.
I'll fly it myself. Which is really what I should have done to begin with. Why are you stuck? So yeah, now as I'm getting more of a sense of how I feel like the game should be playing, I definitely do feel like I see more of... Cracks is the wrong way to put it because that sounds so negative. The opportunities sound so corporate. I see the bugs, right? I see what needs to be fixed. I see what I presume they will be fixing. And I'm eager for those things to happen. There's our trader. He's got a bunch of, what was he doing? Microchips? Is that what he was up to?
Docking not possible. Docking granted.
There we go. So we'll go sell these crystals. Go sell a bunch of stuff. And go look for another mission, maybe. Drop a couple more satellites. I don't think I have a ton more satellites. Maybe go buy a second miner. I wouldn't mind that, actually. It's a little far, and there.
Successfully docked.
All right.
Hello.
Welcome.
Nice and close to the shop. It's an annoying place to put some plants. It's not that. That's a workbench. What's the difference between a workbench and a crafting bench? Okay, I don't even know what a workbench is. Huh. Need a singularity engine, a flux capacitor to get our CETA, which is a thing I definitely do want. Just not the shop. No, the shop's over there. I kind of wish the stations were a little more lively. I don't feel like... I feel like there's a population issue in the universe that needs to be improved. I mean, it's nice to have these sort of automated things, these automated robots add a lot of character and flavor, but I'm not feeling like the richness of the trading yet.
Here you go.
Let's see. Bandages. You have bandages, which is nice, but you don't have the other things to make that. We have a bunch of interface units to sell. We have some mixed fruit I don't care about. A programmable field array. Hell yeah, get rid of that. We have some bandonite crystals. Carbon filters, sure. And Minolene. We have some more crystals. 400 grand. All right. That's a pretty good haul. We have our upgraded thrusters. We have our scanner. We have our repair lasers. I don't know what a bomb launcher or hand laser does. They sound awesome, but I'm not spending money on it right now. Maybe we do just go get our second miner. Yeah, let's do that. Where are we going to put him? Do we want to just kind of overload that mining area? I don't know that we do. Where else do we know about some good... You know, I'd like to get some stuff going with the Talati up here, like I've said. Maybe I come up here. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come up here to this wharf so I can pick up some more satellites, and we're going to look around for a good mining spot there. And then we can buy a miner up from the Talatis. Start building some reputation with them. Start building our bank. Learn more about, you know, the universe, I guess. It sounds a little lofty. What am I doing? Just hit Shift D. Or we get a better fighter. Yep, I think that's the one. I think I figured it out, guys. I think I figured out what we're gonna do. We are not gonna do Talati stuff. We are gonna go over here and, well, let's see. What can we do? We have 935,000 because our trader is doing some good trades, right? You got some sweet trades going on. You got your hull parts you were taking to. Or did take to? You're selling them at, you must have just docked there, so let's see if we get an infusion of cash. And in fact we do. Yeah, hell yeah. So we have 1.1 million to spend. Where is the wharf? Let's turn off that. I want to buy ships. All right. Let's look at medium first. Frigate is way more than we need, honestly. They're nice, don't get me wrong. I love my frigate in my other game. Courier, no. Heavy fighter, though. That's cool looking. I like that. Starts at 172. That's also very cool looking. Which one do I like better? That's very Babylon 5. This looks sleek as hell, though. All right, let's think. We're back to 946,000 because he just spent some money, which is fine. Let's put some combat Mark IIs, take us up to travel speed of 2429. Yeah. 3470. The main speed of 193. Mark II suck. Need two of them. Put some thrusters on, some basic thrusters. 641. We're cranking it up fast. I think we're gonna need a little more money before we do this. How much do we need? Okay, that's the question now, is how much do we need? Need a pilot and some service crew. We're up to 800,000 and we haven't even put weapons on it yet. What would I want? I would want a blend here, I think. I'd want pulse lasers, I think, on the inside. And then on the outside, beam, bolt repeaters, ion blasters. How much are we looking at here for all that? And if we're going to do it right. Do a good shield generator. Okay, that costs 1.1 million. We are so close. $1.16 million. All right. So we know how much we need. Kind of switch between the slots up here. Talk to me about these ion blast. Is there a way to find out information? Okay, encyclopedia. Ion blasters. 4 rounds per second. They build up some heat. Their speed, this is important. 1920 with an effective range of 2 kilometers. And the other one we were looking at were pulse lasers. 1920, 2 kilometers, 4,003 kilometers. So this is the thing to think about. This is where okay, we are still gonna go over to Talati space because I think we just need to be. I want a new ship. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm feeling that whole new ship vibe. But what we really need is a solid economy. Here's the thing to think about when you're building your ship. You have multiple different hard points on some of these ships. Your weapon effectiveness is going to be very different depending on how far away you are, how fast the projectiles move, if it's a beam weapon, if it's a a projectile weapon, those things are going to be very impactful. And if you're trying to lead a ship, right, if you're 2 kilometers out and you've got your Xenon raiding party that's flying around and you've got that little lead reticle, the question is, unless you're using effectively your, what do you call these, weapon configurations, is what are you going to hit with? So if you're firing everything at once, and I haven't seen heat buildup, but maybe that's a thing, and you've got that going on and you're trying to make it all work, you're going to have to think about, that's when you're going to start wanting to think about weapon modes. Now, weapon configurations. This is a thing I don't feel like they explain very well in the tutorial, because you start out with a ship that just has one weapon. And for whatever reason, I felt like this was kind of describing multiple hard points. But no, when you actually have more than one weapon, you'll see each weapon listed in a list here. And each one of these is representing one of the 4 weapon groups you have. So right now, Small Pulse Laser Mark II exists on weapon group 1. And we can see that if... okay, good job. You're here. We'll hit 1, and that puts us on weapon group 1. If we fire, we see our pulse laser go. If we switch to weapon group 2 by hitting the number 2 and we hit fire, nothing. Why? Because there's nothing on weapon group 2. But if we move the pulse lasers to also be fireable on weapon group 2, we hit 2, now it fires. So this is how weapon groups work. Oh, wrong screen. And obviously secondary as well. So if you always wanted to use your small pulse laser, no matter what weapon group you were on, you would set it up like that. That's way. If you switch to weapon group 4, it fires. Switch to weapon group 3, fires 1, fires. And then, so if you have multiple weapons, like what we were describing there, like pulse lasers plus emitters, like beam emitters plus ion cannons or whatever, depending on the projectile speed, depending on its range, you may begin to want to use these more effectively then. So if you're at a long range and your beam weapons shoot at 4 kilometers, you have that on one weapon group. And then on the second weapon group, when you're in short range, you may have like 1 may be long range, 2 may be short range, and then you add in your pulse lasers, but keep the beam weapons because I think unless you have a heat or an energy issue, they don't have a projectile speed. Okay, what the hell are we doing? Why are we here? I don't even remember what we were doing. Let's check missions. What are we even doing here? We wanted to probably put down a satellite. Let's move a little north, though. Well, that's not. That's relative northwest to the way the map's set up. So we can maybe get this in range, too. And I think we wanted to come build a miner. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to find if there were mining options. Ooh, got some missions. Repairs are always easy to do.
I can count on you.
What is this? Unstable crystals. I'm not doing that. Destroy mines. I will do that. All right. I think we're going to drop a satellite here. And now we have information about the Talani. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of missions, and I think we're going to wrap it up. Repairs required. Let's do that one. And we'll autopilot to it. Ship 1. You've still got us for the mines. Fine, we'll do the mines. We'll hit F5 because we have a tendency to run into mines if given the option. So yeah, it has this whole tutorial about how hard points and not hard points, but how mission groups or weapon groups work. But it gives you a ship with only one weapon, so it can't really show you how groups work. That's how groups work, and they're very useful. Like I'm really glad it's there when we get to the point that we have a ship with a lot of different weapon types and a lot of firepower on it. I'm going to want to be able to be very conscious of having my closed short range. You know what? Why are we down here when there is a perfectly good highway system down here that could be getting us there much faster? Oh, these allergies. What the hell? Oh, overshot it. Oh, this thing slows like a boat. Leave the highway in 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Nope, I don't want to go through that. I don't even want to risk it. All right, we got a lot of mines over here. Interesting. And we'll go ahead and shift 1. This one's only 17 kilometers away. Is it like around the gate or something? Did somebody mine the gate? Because that's not cool. We get within about 2 kilometers. 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, what's the next closest? This one? Can I shoot through the gate? I hope so. Suddenly a ship flies. Well, that one. Yeah, exactly. Start shooting the ship. Sorry, I was trying to hit the mines. 3, 2. Yeah, that'll do. Close enough to this one, too. Oh, it's going to be so nice to have more than one gun, though. Yeah, somebody mined the gate area here. Not cool. Bet the Talati didn't care for that. And this last one. Alright. Picked up some reputation. In fact, it gives us, I think we can now become friends with the Talati. What was our other mission? Our other repair mission? What's this offer? Yeah, we'll accept that one.
I knew I could count on you.
Let's just go do that one. That one's close by.
Autopilot engaged.
Gotcha. You could point at it at least. Autopilot. They got a lot of work to do on the autopilot. I was noticing there's a good amount of mods out there. Which obviously I don't like to... Nope, I don't know what you're doing, but stop it.
Autopilot engaged.
I don't like to use a lot of mods that change sort of the balanced nature of all this stuff.
Autopilot disengaged.
I am tempted to pick up a couple of the ones that just provide more data, more information, better sort of understanding how things work. And if somebody creates a mod that fixes autopilot, you know I'm on that. Oh yeah. Shoot this dude real quick.
Please do not shoot.
Oh, don't shoot the station. That will make the Talati mad. Here we go.
Docking granted.
What'd you have? Mixed fruit? Sure. Take some mixed fruit. Okay, that's what we're after. Shift 2, we're going to turn that off so we don't actually accidentally read the leak, which will fail the mission. Turn it so that we are facing that way. So we'll drop right down onto it. Spacesuit. Alright, and we will boost over here. Fix this leak. I've noticed these leak missions.
Thanks for your help.
Hey, you're welcome, buddy. Come on, stop. Stupid game. Here we go. It says 2 of 3 leaks repaired. I only got 1, but I'll take it.
Docking granted.
There we go. Move, pal. Sit down in a robot chair. Find our next leak. Make some money. Do our thing.
Greetings.
Greetings. Mm. And there's what we need to repair. All right, finishing contract. Now we're up to 1.3 million. I'm so tempted. You know I'm tempted.
Docking granted.
Oh, that's what I get for trying to control it myself. Here we go. Let's buy a miner. Except we haven't found any mining. All right, what I need to do now is fly around these spaces and find a good mining spot, go buy a miner, set it up, probably resupply my satellites, do things like that, and just get things organized and just be a good business person, because God knows my basic, I mean, great, you're making the sunrise flowers. You ain't got no money. So good job. Thanks for making all those sunrise flowers that nobody wants. Right? Let's check. Has the prices changed at all? That would be great. I would take that. Where's my station? There it is. All right, I turned this off. Sunrise flowers. We're selling for 156. Nobody. That is a bad deal. I could just pick them up and go sell them, I guess, at a loss. That's pretty good business, right? All right. Well, anyway, until next time, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you, as always, for joining me for some X4 Foundations. I hope you're enjoying our merchant start. Let me know if you're good with us approaching it in this way, where I do some stuff and then come check in periodically. I don't think anybody wants to sit around and watch me just fly around Talati space going, is there mining here? That sounds awful. So I'll do all that stuff. I enjoy it. Like, the flying part's fun. Playing the game's fun. I can't imagine watching is fun. Except for the interesting parts, which hopefully I'm providing. Like, if you're new to the channel, check stuff around. Obviously, your likes, your comments, all that, super helpful. Love reading the comments when they're not mean. And otherwise, until next time, we will see you again real soon.